This class is like the hardest class for me. I wish I hadn't worked so hard. This is the reason why, run your business and you don't have to work so hard. You can be really on the business instead of in the business, right? And I really wish that I wasn't working so hard the past like 10 years. And like I said, the first 10 years, I worked 7 days a week. I still cannot crack the $1 million. After I incorporated a virtual assistant into this business, like less than a year on this new business, I hit my first million, and I still work less than 40 hours and I still have my sanity with me. So again, I don't know whether this is your regret, but when you write them down, and I want you to really think about them. And then again, this most likely is on the women, but sometimes I also recognize it from the man too. And most of the successful client that we have here is the one that have courage to express their feeling. They literally will tell us, hey, unfortunately, I don't really like this person. Or after they hire, it's like, yeah, this is not really what I want. And I mean, recently I'm learning about this with my clients too. To be honest with you, I have a client that I serve so much, even during my dad passing. My dad was on deathbed. I was still serving this client because it was a big deal for her. And then I realized, and then at the end, I just let her know about it. Again, it's a very vulnerable moment. I said, there's really nothing that I can do to make you happy. You always see things on your end, and you always see me portraying like the darkest light. Again, example, she was saying, because again, one, I'm Asian. So sometimes the he and she, I don't really get it right. But my father-in-law was dying, but I call him dad. So sometimes I use the dad and father-in-law. I kind of mix them up because I just call him dad, not necessarily, hey, father-in-law. And the person literally sent me an email and say, hey, you are a fraud because, you were saying that it was your dad instead of your father-in-law. And I was like, what? And then at the end, I was just like, and then I talked to my coach, and my coach is like, it's okay. Why don't you just tell her that, you're so sorry for the situation, and just sweet talk her back. And I was trying so hard to, because I'm an entrepreneur, right? I don't want to have bad customer or bad reviews. But then at the end, I just paid my lawyer. I just couldn't swallow it. I just couldn't really do it. I just paid my lawyer $5,000 and just to solve that issue. Because, again, I let her know I do everything possible to please you, but you can, and that's it. It is what it is. And it was hard for me, but again, I really have a hard time to speak up. I'm really like this class is like the hardest class for me, because I'm trying to get you to speak up, to own yourself, which is actually still a journey for me to own myself. Okay, I used to be a soft-spoken person, and I used to, if I see that there's glitches between you, I'm the first one that run away because I don't like confrontation, and I'm still learning. Okay, next one. How many of you guys would love to have more time for yourself, right? To spend more time with your friends, your family, or even just for yourself, And in the class, it actually talk about golden friend. What are some of your golden friends? What are the 5 friends that, you're constantly, really take an effort to communicate with each other? I have an agreement with my cousin. She fly all over. Last time she was in LA, and then Portugal, UK, and then Malaysia, and then Singapore, and then Indonesia. So I say, hey, once a year, we need to meet up with each other. We need to have that time to build with each other again. But again, when I was initially become an entrepreneur, friend, that is a luxury for me. So I have no friends. I just focus on work. I just want to be successful, and I never get there. Okay, next slide. And and last, but and the 5th one is, I wish I wish that I had let myself be happier. Honestly speaking, that is still my journey right now. I don't know how to make myself happier. I know I'm happier compared to 5 years ago, I have to tell you. I know, Laura has been seeing a lot of my stages, right? At the very beginning, I was just like timid. I don't want to speak out. Now I genuinely feel the happiness. And again, it's obviously, you have to kind of figure out the balance, but I'm living more on, what I want now than what other people want of me.